I need to get 6 levels, so probably a lot of runes. I have 40 vigor. Just keep in mind the fact that I have 40 vigor every time that something kills me in half a second. Just keep in mind that I have almost like 1700 HP every time that something kills me so fast. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're leveling up vigor or not. After Morgoth's, literally everything can just one-shot you. Not every attack they have will one-shot you, but most of their attacks will. Or at least they have one attack that can one-shot you. It's never gonna have, cutie. From Software doesn't see this as a problem. Since, you know, this was made on purpose. It's by design. It's something that I keep saying a lot. From Software games these days, they are not supposed to be fun. They are supposed to be hard. Even if it's unfair. So, yeah, it's made on purpose. Those games are not supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be hard. From Software games are famous now as that game that doesn't matter what you do, something can always kill you and just stop you right there. Doesn't matter how powerful you are, the game is always gonna be more powerful than you. So yeah, there is ways that you can make really powerful characters, or just have a normal character that's not gonna have a lot of hard times going through the game. But you have to play the game in a very specific way that it doesn't matter that this game has 800 weapons, 600 spells. You're never gonna use them because it's not viable to use them. The game doesn't want you to be using that. For example, the Thorn spells. They are so fucking bad compared to anything else in this game. Yeah, it's just so you can say that there is a lot of content in this game. So why would I ever use a spell like this when a great sword can deal so much more damage with so little effort and way less risk? Yeah, spells have the potential to deal way more damage than a great sword, but honestly, if you're using 20 buffs on top of your spell to be able to make a good build, if you use the same 20 buffs on your melee weapon, you're gonna be way better. From Software games are made to be played with just picking up a great sword, put some heavy armor, and just keep mashing R1. Or in this game, Edge of War button. Yeah, but the thing about your arguments it's just that you're probably wrong. Unfortunately, most of those situations are not rage baits. People really do think like that. People really do have opinions like that. Yeah, you can choose to believe that they don't, but they have. And now I can one hand a better weapon. That is basically just a bigger version of the one I was already using. Literally the same weapon, just bigger. This is kind of funny. Alright, give me more stamina and let's finish this so I can go do something fun. After I finish with this character, I'm gonna do something fun. I'm gonna go play a better game, like Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 is not even the best Dark Souls game, and it's already way better than Elden Ring. Okay, I'm gonna use this guy as a shield. Okay, now my spell decided to deal damage. Alright. I wasn't even using my weapon, but I was dealing more damage. For no reason. For some reason this time, the impenetrable thorns decided to deal damage. And that's what I hate the most about this build. It's how inconsistent it is. I literally changed nothing, and it's working different now. Just stop to think about that. I changed nothing on the spell side of my build, but now I'm dealing more damage. Because somehow now I'm actually hitting the Thorn pillars. And that makes no sense. Why am I having a different outcome with the same starting conditions, doing the same things? This is starting to sound like weak force experiments. So I can't just cast this when he's moving, because then it just doesn't deal damage. Yeah, like this. It just went completely beneath him, and it dealt no damage. Fucking delayed attack. You bitch. I wasn't even seeing what's happening. Too much shit on my screen. Couldn't even see 5 feet in front of my face. I'm honestly considering just giving up here. If I just put my other hand on my weapon, I can finish this so much faster. The only thing making this hard to me is that I'm trying to deal damage with my spell. This is the only reason why this is being so bad, because I have a great weapon on my hands. But the goal of this build is to use the spell. And I just picked a weapon that would look nice with the theme of my spell. Because, you know, this game is very melee-centric. And if he's moving towards me, the spell just goes across him and it doesn't deal damage. Oh, also, it's so fun how Radagon has infinite range. Radagon, why did you start at second phase so early? Get cancelled, you stupid. See, it's so much better when you're using an actual weapon.
And he prays.
Let's use one cast in front of this guy. Terrible damage. Alright. Terrible damage, but what about this one? Oh, he actually hits! I'm dead. Why can I not run fast enough to not take damage there? I was running. I'm too close, right? Just barely outside of the range. Why are you spamming this? You're not supposed to use this so often. Already doing this. Isn't this too early? Oh, fuck. Too early? Fucking hell, dude. And you can never break the poise of this guy because of how much it runs away. And it's ridiculous how little damage I'm dealing with that spell. Okay, now I'm dealing damage. Really? And it wasn't dealing damage. Why is not dealing damage? Really? Dude, you're so fucking far away. It's so far away that the timing is even different. Yeah, dude, it was so far away. So, about that spell, the hit detection is quite weird. The hitbox of that spell is basically only the ground. So, if you are just above the ground, you don't take damage. But the bounding bounce, I think, of the spell is way higher than that. So, you know how the Elden Beast is leaning forwards just a bit. The upper body is close enough to the ground to trigger my spell to come up, but it's still not low enough to take damage when that happens. So it's triggering my spell on a position that my spell can't deal damage. Really? How the fuck did I got hit 2 times by the same attack? Saying that it's bugged implies that this is a mistake by them. But it was made on purpose. For them, it's working fine. For them, there's nothing wrong with how that spell works. Oh, that's amazing. Good job. Good job. So, I'm supposed to deal damage behind this guy. Yeah. That's a little better. Still so close. Basically, I'm in front of Elden Beast, so my spell is not gonna deal damage. But it's really hard to be behind the Elden Beast. Please don't fly. Don't fly. Don't fly. You're gonna fly, right? You fucking bastard! Yeah, I was trying to build stance pressure, but it's not gonna happen. I couldn't see because of the flames. I'm too close. Dude, how delayed is this explosion? Why is everything so delayed? You can't uh you can't have muscle memory playing this game because it doesn't matter if you have that. No, you wanna see this boss be easy? I can make this guy super easy. I would try my best to finish this game with those spells, but this is not gonna happen. Especially since my best spell don't deal damage in most situations because it's fucked up. It's not supposed to be like like this. I don't need more faith, so let's go with this. This and this and what else? Yeah, I admit defeats. This game can be very stupid sometimes. Yeah, just so I can survive more. Now let's see how much easier this is gonna be. Yeah, I figured that. It's fine. But yeah, other than Ritual Shield, I don't think I have any other useful thing to put there. Look at my defense! I'm so much more tanky. I wasn't close enough to dodge with that. Dude, stop with the double hitboxes! Why? Why are you fighting so differently now? What the fuck just happened? Like, you guys noticed that Radagon wasn't fighting like this for the whole day. Just this try, it decided to be an asshole for no reason. I think I only could land 2 hits on that guy. Dude, what a fucking stupid game. As I said many times, one of the things that makes me more angry about this is how inconsistent this is. Like, nothing changed. Why it's being so different? This guy delays the attack for so fucking long. But it's still so much easier because, you know, This game is very melee-centric. This game is very melee-centric. It's not even funny. Just pick a big weapon and keep hitting charge R2s, and you're gonna see how easy the game gets. Look at the size of my hits against Elden Beast. I can't see what this guy's doing. Yes, you're seeing this right. I break Elden Beast poise. Yeah, you know, the meta is real. Look at how easy this fight is being, just because I'm using a weapon. Oh, that's the first one! I thought it was triple ring. Now it's triple rings. Yeah. No, who needs anything else if you can have the big weapon? Even other weapons aren't viable because of this. Like, why would I use daggers if big weapon deals big damage? Why would I use a rapier in PvE if big weapon deals big damage? I'm dead. Fucking invisible wall, dude. How you saw that? My my summon was stuck on the other side of the invisible wall. I'm so sad that daggers are shit in this game. Okay, mention to me one From Software game where daggers aren't shit. The problem is not Elden Ring. In which From Software game daggers are good? Obviously not. Do you fight Elden Beast in PvP? Do you fight Artorias in PvP? We are talking about fighting bosses here. Because if PvP is included, yeah, Misericord one-shots. In Dark Souls 3, Hornet Ring with Chaos Dagger. Still another one-shots. Dark Souls 1 with Dark Civil Tracer and Hornet Ring, another one-shot machine. Did I just deleted his HP in like 3 hits? Yeah, why would I use anything else? Honestly, why would I use anything else? Well, the thing about Reduvia is that it's not the weapon that it's good. You're just pressing R2, L2, yeah. If you use Reduvia for anything else, it is a good weapon. If you're excluding the Edge of War, is Reduvia a good weapon? I don't need to do that. I already know it's gonna be boring and easy. I have fun trying those shitty builds and trying to make those builds less shitty. That's what adds the challenge to me. So I don't know if I would have fun doing the meta build that everyone does, because it the the goal of that build is to make the game easy. And sometimes even with off meta sheets, I'm still having an easy time with this game. Dude, Held and Stars is so annoying. Ah, you're stuck here. You can't run away. As I said, if you're using a big weapon, the game becomes easy. And it's not even fun. That's it. Last boss killed. I'm gonna go back to Dark Souls 3. Gonna do my starting class only challenge. Let's see how fast I can finish that game.
And he prays.
Okay, let's change to Dark Souls 3. Okay, now let's open Dark Souls. So yeah, I already finished the Knight, Mercenary, Warrior, and Herald. All of them are around soul level 90. The Warrior was the fastest one because strength build. And this one was the longest one because that build was terrible. But hopefully this one is gonna be better. I just need to go grab my notes. Because yeah, obviously I have plans for this build. I have some notes on what I'm going to do. Okay, Pyromancer. No, I'm not doing the Pyromancer now. Herald, Thief. Okay. Doesn't make any difference. Yeah, it's always so funny. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste so much time on this. Doesn't make any difference. Okay, there's something wrong with my controller. Alright. Okay, I'm back. So the rules are simple. I can't change my weapons, I can't change my armor, but I can change rings and consumables. And obviously I need to get arrows to be able to use my short bow. If I ever use the fucking short bow. Because it's not a good bow. But yeah, other than consumables and rings, it's just starting class gear. And rings aren't going to change this much. It's not gonna make a huge difference. Wait, it's dropping something? Oh. Ah yes, I'm probably gonna get a lots of drops on this build. Because the thief is the luck character. I start with the highest amount of luck. And I'm gonna be leveling up luck. So it's gonna increase a lot my item discovery. In case you don't know, in Dark Souls 3, luck is basically the same as arcane in Elden Ring. So I guess you can have an idea of how this build is gonna work. Something that I need to get used to is that in Dark Souls 3, the locking range is so much shorter than in Elden Ring. Terrible timing on my end. Terrible timing. It's a great game, but I need to get used to how things are different in this game. And I don't know about you, but it kind of feels like Dark Souls 3 is a faster game than Elden Ring. Kind of feels like I can play this game faster. Combat is faster in this game. I guess it's because Elden Ring is a game where you mostly use charge heavy attacks and Ashes of War. So your combat is usually slower because it's better to use the options that deal more damage. And in this game, R1 is just as good. Yeah, there's also that. Also, there's not a bunch of bullshits in this game that can hit you even when you dodge. I'm gonna have to come back. So like, in Elden Ring, you're not really encouraged to dodge stuff because every boss and basically every enemy has something they can do to rogue at you or just make you have a hard time being able to dodge something. Does Dark Souls 3 have lingering hitboxes? Probably not. I forgot how to jump. But if it does have, it's probably rare. I can't remember many cases of that happening. Like, there is lingering hitboxes, but they don't really work the same way as Elden Ring does. Elden Ring lingering hitboxes usually happen for like just enough to be able to rogue catch you. In this game, you have usually a visual representation of the lingering hitbox still being there, and you usually can dodge both of them. So I think it's just better. You can deal with that. In this game, usually you can dodge stuff by pressing dodge when the attack happens. Give me something that I can parry. Gundyr, give me something that I can parry. Thank you. Guy woke up and decided to be a pain. Was using literally everything he had that I can't parry. Amazing, got hits on his back. Ooh, pizza! I hope you're also having fun, cutie. Making pizza can be super fun. Alright. Be careful. But can still be good. It's really hard to have a pizza that it's not good. Pizza, it's the best thing ever. There's no way you can have a bad pizza. Also, funny thing, this guy, it's just here observing the abyss. But I'm gonna help this guy to observe a little closer. Now he can take a better look. Just wait until I show the Dark Souls 1 version of that guy. It's so much better. Okay, let me check my stats. I'm gonna need 30 vigor, 30 endurance. And the rest goes into dexterity and luck. Alright. You don't have to play something for the first time to have fun with that game. If you miss Dark Souls 3, just go play Dark Souls 3. Like, what the fuck do you think I'm doing here? I like this game, so I keep playing this game. Well, that happens, but you can still have fun, dude. Just play the game. Try to do something that you haven't done yet. Okay, that's why it's so loud. Try builds that you never did. Try going through areas in different ways. Like, have you ever done a stealth character in this game? The game gets very different when you're trying to avoid enemies. Try to use the stealth spells to be able to not get detected. Then you're gonna start to find new areas in the game that you never went there. I'm not so sure. Depends on the boss, I think. But yeah, usually a boss fight is just you and the boss, so how are you gonna use stealth against a boss, right? I saw a video that explained it better how this jump works. But I forgot the video. So I'm back to square one. Still trying my luck here. Yeah, I have no idea what I did differently. It just worked this time. Sometimes it just works. Alright, cutie. No rush.
What? Pretty be careful.
Alright, 5 Estus are ready. Now I need to make the Master of the Sword to fall down the cliff. Because fighting this guy is gonna be a pain. I probably don't have good resistances against bleed. Oh, thank you. That was a very fast kill. Usually this guy likes to waste my time. Usually ends up causing me to die with that guy. Okay, I'm not gonna be using this, but I'm gonna be selling. So I still need to grab items. I just can't use them. wish I knew more about how stagger works in this game, because sometimes it feels like the stagger animation has different durations. Sometimes it feels like I'm staggering for 2 or 3 seconds. Sometimes looks like I'm staggering for just like half a second. So I really don't know what's happening here. I don't know if armor can change something, because Dark Souls 3 is famous as the game that killed poise. So basically poise doesn't exist in this game anymore. So yeah, I don't really know how this works.
Ashen one. Very then eight.
Maybe I should go try to find information about that.
Farewell, Ashen one.
Okay, I'm missing another level for how many runes, souls? Dude, that's not a lot of souls. I can get another level if I kill something. And I forgot to rest on the bonfire. Just wasting more time. Talking about time, how long is this build already? 13 minutes. I need to start picking up the pace if I want to finish this game today.
Ashen. Very then eight. Farewell, Ashen one.
Ah yeah, the stamina. Forgot how stamina is a little smaller than in Elden Ring. I'm used to Elden Ring stamina. I never hit that parry. I'm always just a little delayed or a little earlier. One day I'm gonna hit that one. Really? What a fucking slippery stone. It's probably made out of the famous soapstone. That's why it's so slippery. I'm still gonna kill everyone again because I need souls to level up as fast as possible. This build is quite weak, so getting more levels in the early game would be quite useful. It's not a lot of souls, but at least they all die pretty fast. So it's not a problem. Okay, now I have another try to parry this guy. Yeah, still missing. This time I tried to be a little late because it felt like I was doing too early. But it was still wrong. I should equip my fire bombs. I'm gonna need that. Gonna need fire bombs for something very specific, which is coming soon. Pick the ember. Dodge everyone and run away from the fire. And now just watch everyone burning. Yeah, everyone's dead. Okay, it's safe now. Well, since I'm not waiting to get a better weapon so I can level up later, there's no reason why I shouldn't just go back and level up my dagger as soon as possible. It's literally the only weapon that I can use.
Well, very then take. Farewell, Ashen One.
Ashen.
That is what.
Yeah, there's nothing else that I can do here. Maybe buy more fire bombs.
Ashen One.
Let's quickly complete this area. If everything goes right, I can finish this in 20 minutes. Okay, let's have some fun. Big explosions. Oh, we are using basically the same sets? What a coincidence. So I'm basically one of yours then. Just not wearing the same headpiece and weapon. Don't go there, you stupid! It's dangerous! Usually I would ignore that crystal lizard, but I think I might want to use that raw gem. Since I am not gonna be leveling up any damaging stats for now, maybe it's a good idea to use raw infusion until I can get sharp, and then later hollow. Hello, Mr. Knight. How are you doing? What a rude guy. Not even saying hello. Okay, am I gonna have a hard time fighting this guy? Yeah, probably. Why am I so bad at fighting this guy? Just a knight with a big shield and infinite stamina. This shouldn't be so bad. I couldn't squeeze past that guy. My position was a little off. I usually strafe around that guy so I can go behind him and give him a backstab. More stuff that I can't use but I can sell. Quite useful. Alright. Please don't miss. Alright, that's great. Also, luck increases my chances of getting my flasks back from defeating enemies. Apparently that's something that luck does. Okay, it wasn't close enough. That's a huge problem! I'm not supposed to fall. But it's fine, I just need to think fast. Okay. I hope this still works. Yeah. There was one less explosive barrel back there. So the hitbox is smaller. Ooh! a strength weapon on my thief character. So lucky. Something that's happening a lot on my starting class only challenge is that I'm getting really lucky. And I keep getting super rare drops of weapons that I always wanted to use on a regular run. But I never did because I was unlucky. But now that the rules are not gonna let me use a weapon like this, I keep getting them. Okay, time to kill this guy down here. Get the rapier, get the ember, and the other ember. Alright. Super easy. I'm gonna try to kill that guy on my assassin class. I'm gonna try to use my stealth spells to go through the areas and kill everyone with backstabs. Unfortunately, this game doesn't have the feature feature that Elden Ring has, where if the enemy doesn't know that you're there, your first hit deals, I think, 20% extra damage. So it's kind of like a sneaky attack mechanic that Elden Ring has. But still, going undetected is quite useful in this game. How's my time? 28 minutes. So, I think I'm completing this area in less than 20 minutes. Because I came here at like 15 minutes. Still don't have enough Titanite shards to level up. Where's the guy? Hello? Aren't you supposed to be here? Hello? I think the guy is not gonna spawn. How did I miss that, dude? Okay, so I just got back the ember that I just used. So it's okay even if I die. No luck this time.
And you lay to the head for this it if then and go butler. And go butler.
In case it gets invaded on my banned accounts. It's totally not gonna happen. But you know, just in case, you never know what might happen. Why not, you know? It's pretty fun having friends helping. Okay, summoning those guys actually made wards more tanky. Wait, can I blade wards? I have no idea if I can do that. Okay, the Master of the Sword is dead. It wasn't that long, cutie. It's fine. If you're judging by how far I am in this game, then don't do that. I can play this game really fast. Well, it was pretty quick. I did the whole place in around 20 minutes. Because, you know, as I said, I can play this game really fast. Imagine if I had a good build. I don't know if this works in Dark Souls 3. Kinda looks like... No, I don't think it works. At least I never saw anyone doing this in Dark Souls 3 speedruns. Well, also if you think about Firelink Shrine, well, not really. It's not because of that. But yeah, Firelink Shrine is just on the other side of Lothric Castle. So you start the game pretty close to where you finish. Like, we go out of the high wall, we explore Farum, the Cathedral of the Deep, Anor Londo, just to go back to Lothric, where everything ends. Which, if you're not counting the final boss, yeah, this is where the game ends. In the same place where you start. Obviously, this is a luck build, a hollow character, so I'm gonna do the Londor quest. It just makes sense, you know. Well, the first flame, since anyone is rekindling the first flame, it's causing the lanes to converge, so everything is moving together to the focal point, which is the kiln of the first flame. So yeah, at the end of the times, everything's gonna be together in the same place, surrounding the fading flame. And everything that's gonna be left at the end of times, it's just ashes and darkness. Okay, what's my situation with throwing knives? Not bad. Oh, I got another firebomb. Just don't want to trigger the evangelist this early. I want to take care of those guys first. Who else can I kill now? Ah. Well, that's their name. They are the evangelists. Ah. If you play Demon Souls, you would know that Miyazaki really likes to criticize religion. That was a partial parry. I got the parry, but I still took damage. It happens when your parry comes out as late as possible. What a dumbass. Well, yeah, that makes sense. But I don't think I would like to have a missionary with that character. Doesn't look too comfortable. You know, they can get really hot. Uncomfortably hot. How did I miss this guy? What a dumbass. Okay, I need to remember to buy more throwing knives, because I'm gonna need later on this same area. So I should go pay a visit to Grey Rats. He sells some very cheap throwing knives. Okay, it really does thrust damage. That's quite useful. Those enemies, they are basically immune to slash damage. So if it wasn't for the first damage on my first hits, I would probably take too long to kill them. So you can see the enemies slowly scaling in this game. In the Wall of Lawfrick and in Firelink Shrine, I was killing enemies with 2 hits. Now I'm needing 3 hits to kill them. It's a very gradual change. So much better than what Elden Ring does, where going from Lingrave to Leonia, it's already a big difference. Okay, I'm close to a bleed. Okay, something very funny. You can parry the book. But I'm not gonna show you now because I'm almost dying. But yeah, difficulty in Dark Souls 1 and 3 is way more gradual than the sharp increases that Elden Ring usually has. So every time you reach a new area in Elden Ring, you're basically forced to go farm and gather materials in the whole area just to be able to kill basic enemies. And then you go to the next area and basically everything resets. You never feel powerful because of that. Because the game is always getting more powerful than you. When am I going to do Dark Souls 2? Okay, when... Where? When that purple bar fills the whole thing. Then I'm gonna have to do a Dark Souls 2 run. And there's no other way you can convince me to do that. Hodrick, can you stop being so fucking dumb? Come here and try to kill me. You dumb bass. Hodrick, faster. I want to fight you. And just you. Oh, and that guy is using the German sword. I'm not gonna parry that. That one is easy. Yeah, he heard me. Oh. What a long stagger, holy shit. That's not cool. That's alright. At least I can get a poison. Or not. Okay, your Estus flask is better than mine. Just spam R1. So fucking easy. You don't need to have brains, I just need to spam R1. Also, I need the sharp gem up here. That's the earliest one I can get, so I need that. Okay, can I make this guy fall? I usually can. It almost always works. Except this time. Just because I said that. Okay, this should be a good position. Yes! This is always gonna be funny to me. No matter how many times I do that, it's always gonna be funny. Oh! Okay, that was fast. Wasn't expecting you guys to come here so fast. I wanted that backstab. Wait, do I not have blood here? Why is blood off? Like, I was hearing the sound effects of bleed, but I can't see blood. Okay, time to get bloody. Yeah! Lots of blood. Plenty of blood. I could probably kill the cursed tree already, but I want to go to Firelink first. I have almost 12,000 souls on my pockets. And that's starting to feel a little risky. It's still many souls, I don't want to risk losing that. Ah, you're so fucking lucky, dude. So this guy was running after me for so long, but it was so passive. It was just like it just got close to me. Oh fuck. It just got close to me and it just stopped there, looking, doing nothing. Yeah, probably. Or it noticed who I was and got scared. Well, if something bleeds, then it gets really strong. But unfortunately, this is Dark Souls 3. Basically, everyone is immune to bleed. So, it's not gonna be great. Also, I found out that basically most of the bosses in this game are resistant to slash damage. And my dagger deals slash damage. So, another reason why this is gonna suck a lot. So, in some specific cases, it's probably gonna be very strong. Anywhere else, I don't know, it's not gonna be great. So how much damage do I have now with my dagger? 121. But if I change to raw, nah, the scaling's better. Yes, the scaling is better.
Then take. Farewell, Ashen One.
Now I need to go save Grey Rats, because I really need to buy some cheap stuff. And he sells a lot of cheap stuff. Wait. I still have another Estus Shard. Forgot to use that. Alright, 7 Estus. I have both the key and the bone that guy wants, so I can already progress the quest line until it goes pillaging, and then I can kill the Great Wood, and then I'm gonna have the next inventory that he sells. Yeah, that's pretty efficient. I was dumb there. Totally my fault. Alright, dude, can I parry you? Ooh, nice parry. Parry is something that I wish I could do more often in Elden Ring, but it's usually not worth it. Usually breaking stances by hitting the boss with a big weapon is just better than using parries, especially against bosses where sometimes you need like 3 parries in a row to be able to get a riposte. Parrying is already a high risk, especially against a boss that deals so much damage. You don't need to nerf parrying even more. Just how pairing works is already balanced enough. Well, it's because From Software saw people having fun, and you know how they don't like that. Imagine having fun in a From Software game. Yeah, basically ward counters and just breaking poise with a big weapon is already so much easier to get riposts, but they are not nerfing that. Quite the opposite though. They are actually buffing that ever since the game came out. But sparing, which takes a lot of skill, and also it has a really high risk, still gets nerfed because fuck you, you can't have fun by doing something different.
Then shall we bet? Be safe.
That guy keeps calling me bear. He's so dumb. I'm not a bear. I forgot to go talk to Grey Rants.
Oh, I will just
Here's the bone of your wife.
have them all with us.
Let me buy some stuff now. Oh, I need arrows.
Goodbye.
Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot to actually progress the quest. So I need to talk to him more, and then I can go kill a boss.
You, whatever, well, thank you. Could do.
Alright, now I can go kill the Great Wood. I forgot to buy the key to the sewers. Yeah, that's what I was missing. Well, I'm gonna have to do it later, since I don't have souls anymore. I love how this always works. So fucking funny. Oh, more fire bombs. Rubbish. Oh, that's good, cutie. You need to sleep. You need to rest and have a nice night of sleep. Hopefully have good dreams and rest well. Well, I guess you just need to watch the start of the stream to count. I don't know. I actually don't know how the watch streak works. I don't know if it counts if I crash and start the stream again. Maybe that's why you managed to get a 25-day streak. A 25 stream streak, because I'm definitely not streaming that often. Watching VODs counts? Oh. So it's the day then. It's the day that counts then. Dude, this has been such a fast kill. Oh, okay. That makes sense. This guy's dying so fast. This guy is dying so fucking fast. I almost feel bad for this guy. The build is not good. This guy is weak to slash damage. It's just that.
And he prays.
Don't get confused. I don't think this is a good build. Also, I'm better at this game than Elden Ring. So that also helps, I think. Yeah, I don't need to buy anything else from here, right? Yeah.
Ashen one.
Well, very then hey. Farewell, Ashen Maid.
So yeah, I don't think that the build is good. It's probably just me doing my best to make this build work. And I have way more hours into Dark Souls 3 than Elden Ring. So this game is just easier for me. Okay, now it's gonna be bad because those guys are resistant to slash damage. So I'm probably gonna have a hard time killing them. Yeah, I'm needing way more hits to kill those guys. I really miss the Dark Souls 1 Necromancers. Skeletons could have been way more fun in this game if we had Necromancers. But just the skeletons is not good enough. Oh, what are you doing down here? You're not supposed to be here. Yeah, I think she fell from the bridge. This can happen quite often. Their pathing can be quite bad sometimes. Made me lose my crystal lizard. Only this one triggers the trap, so get the other one first. Oh, nice bleed proc. Wait, did you drop something? No. Just wasting my time. I think there is a... I think there's a 3D printed version of the Crystal Lizard if you want. Like, if you have access to 3D printers. But also, making a plush version of the Crystal Lizard shouldn't be hard. It's a very simple character.
Then I pray.
Well, put in your house. It's gonna be hard to use if you don't put in your house. Especially if you put near a source of electricity. I'm pretty sure they need that to work. I mean, depending on the size of the 3D printer, you could use that as a table. So if you have a table, you can swap your table by for the 3D printer. You know, those 3D printers that have the cover, like the acrylic cover that goes on top of them. You can use that as a desk or something. It's just gonna get hot there. But I guess it's good on a cold place like Germany. Okay, I'm so bad at dodging this guy for some reason. Well, then just spread your legs. Have your legs around the 3D printer. It's also good for practicing your joints. It's like yoga. Okay, I know you can parry this guy. Maybe I should try. Let me heal. Okay, let's try parrying. Give me something that I can parry, dude. I don't think I can parry the overhead attacks. Yeah, I don't think I can parry the overhead attacks. This is one of the few cases where Dark Souls 3 bosses, enemies have delayed attacks. Dude, I can't parry that attack. Yeah. I don't think this is gonna be happening. The parry window on this guy is so weird. I'm just wasting time. But I know you can parry them. It's just that not every attack you can parry. Basically, most attacks you can't parry. I think only one or two attacks this guy has you can parry. So it's better to just hit them and kill them normally. Parries aren't very useful against Outrider Knights. And I still took fall damage. Can I get the attention of the demon from here? Maybe it's too far away. Oh! I still got it! Okay, let's see. Yeah, I don't think I deal good damage against this guy. Yeah, I need to run away. He not only dies, but he dies quite easily on these fights. Especially if you're trying to let him win the fights alone. Sigurd is definitely not very good at fighting this guy alone. He doesn't heal very often, so it also doesn't try to dodge, so it just takes a lot of damage and it dies quite fast. Even if I were to spam healing on that guy, I think it would still die because Sigurd is really bad at dodging and doing anything, honestly. So yeah, you would have to get really lucky to be able to win a fight with just a Sigurd working there. I know this is a trap, but if you know that it's a trap, you're going on purpose, is it really a trap? Maybe it's not a trap if you're falling for that on purpose. Okay, let's see if I can get a headshot. I don't know if that counts as headshots. Yeah. That's so creepy. So many arrows on their face. Okay, I cancel that. Ah, it wasn't a headshot. Maybe they are deaf. They look like they are quite old. So maybe they are not very good at hearing. I wish bows were more useful. In Dark Souls 1, bows used to be quite powerful. But here in Dark Souls 3 and in Elden Ring, they don't deal a lot of damage. Elden Ring also has the problem of, you know, input reading. So, depending on the enemy, you just can never hit an arrow on them. So yeah, I wish bow and arrow was more usable, but in the later games like Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring, it's just completely useless. Mostly useless. You can rarely hit something with bows because of the input reading. When you hit, they just don't deal a lot of damage. It's still quite stupid how you can't change the scaling on bows. It would be quite nice if you could change the infusion on bows. But again, you can't have fun in From Software games. And yeah, bows definitely need a buff. they don't deal enough damage to justify the drawbacks you have. Yeah, there's the range, but also, dude, bows. Ever since they started to appear in From Software games, they have damage drop off. So it's already something encouraging you to not shoot bows from very far away. So imagine that you have a bow, weapon for long range, and the game doesn't want you to shoot from far away. The game wants you to shoot from up close. Do you have any idea of how stupid that is? It's like having a spear, and the spear only works well if you're like kissing your opponents, if you're that close.
What?
The purpose of a fucking spear is to be a long range weapon. The purpose of a bow is to be a long range weapon. If your game doesn't support long range weapons, then don't have them in your game. Okay, large arrows.
Goodbye, oh, this place.
Well, about the reach, yeah, it should definitely have more range. Halberds are already big, they need a lot of stats to be able to use them. So yeah, they should have more range. But sometimes it feels like even great swords have more range. I used halberds a lot in Dark Souls 3 PvP, and it's not fun. Well, the bigger problem is mostly just that usually those weapons in real life, they are super fast. So I understand not making them realistic on that sense. Because I know it's not accurate, but I like the aesthetics of big weapon is slow, heavy, and powerful. In a setting like a video game, that works really well. But yeah, I understand that in real life, halberds can be quite fast. In real life, Zweihander is really fast. And not super slow like it is in Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring. Like, just imagine if Zweihanders had the realistic movesets in a game like Dark Souls. It would be broken. That's too powerful. Because the most broken thing about realistic Zweihanders is that in real life they also do lots of damage because they are big and heavy. But in real life you can move them so fucking fast that them being big and heavy just becomes an upside, not a downside. That would be completely broken in a game like Dark Souls. I ran out of stamina. Yeah, but then it would stop being a Dark Souls game. It would be too different. So you can go play like For Honor or the other realistic medieval combat games. I honestly don't want that on my Souls games. I like the unrealistic movesets of the big weapons. I honestly like the movesets on the halberd. Yeah, but people keep treating that game as if it was. So yeah, I like these movesets for the halberd. I like the heavy attack. I like how slow it is. It feels right. Like it feels like right for how this weapon looks. But I know that in real life, it's not like that. Halberds in Elden Ring are not very cool. So it starts. There's not a lot of halberds in Elden Ring. Okay, this is not cool. Please die. Thank you. Dude! Give me my backstab! Okay. Alright. I can't do this. I would like the 3 Sentinel Halberd way more if it was the same design, but just make it longer and skinnier. It's just too chunky. And it makes sense, the 3 Sentinel is huge and giant, but every other halberd is the same thing. Give me a more dexterity focused halberd. Like, for example, in this game, the red-hilted halberd goes really hard on a dexterity build. Level up dexterity infused with sharp, and it's a very good dexterity weapon. It attacks quite fast for a weapon of this size and this high damage you can deal. The weapon art gives you infinite poise, so it's a very dexterity weapon. Give me more variety. Basically all halberds are either quality builds or strength weapons. And yeah, the golden halberd should definitely look more like a pole arm, not an oversized axe. Put that weapon in the category of great axes and it would make more sense. Can I not parry them? Okay, I can feel my damage getting lower. I need way more hits to kill them now. I should die soon. I need to die a few times to be able to complete the Launder quest. But I don't have any plans of dying right now because I still need to do other things. That's a lot of blood. Lots of blood. Can you please come down? I think that guy was defying the laws of physics. That's why I had to kill them. That's not nice. You're not supposed to defy the laws of physics. As you can see, if something can bleed, this weapon is so fucking good. I think when I spam R1 like that, I can get 2 bleed procs, one after the other. Yeah, I think that was still bleed procs. Oh, giant crab! Oh my god. Okay, I'm safe. Oh no, still at the same time. Alright, they are all dead. Quite useful. I'm out of stamina. Okay, backstab is good. No item? Alright. I'm not that lucky. Let's see if I can parry the Crystal Sage. Ooh, first try. That's so nice. So fucking nice. Where's... Oh, okay. Give me a bleed. Yeah! Below half HP. Ow! This is one of the last bosses that can bleed, unfortunately. Ah, that's not cool. If I only had one more bleed proc, Crystal Sage would be dead now. Alright. Well, it's not like Crystal Sage is hard. Killing Crystal Sage is not a huge achievement. It can be if you're doing a magic build. If you're doing magic damage, because it's the only type of damage that Crystal Sage is resistant against. Alright, let's see if I can parry this guy. So I can just unlock this guy with R1. Okay. My parrying has not been great. At least it's good to know that I can parry offhand weapons. It would be quite frustrating if you couldn't parry offhand weapons. The damage on my riposte is not impressive. Okay, there goes my whole stamina. Got a kick on my shield. Maybe I should rest on my bonfire before continuing, but I don't really care. What could go wrong? There's nothing dangerous here. Other than a shitload of enemies. And all of them can shoot flaming arrows. The dog's following? It's not. Alright. That's good. Alright. This guy's so bad at aiming. That wasn't even near me. Shut up, Gale. You talk too much. Get out of my way! Please don't get hit by the maggots because I don't have a torch. And I can't use a torch even if I had one. And I doubt that anyone would hit me with fire to cure the infection. Oh, hello, Warden. Please don't follow me. It's following me. Welcome back, cutie. How are you doing? Still feeling sleepy? Hmm. Okay, but how sleepy are you now? Really? For some reason, I don't think you're being honest. Maybe 20%, yeah. Definitely. Okay. First spice break. Hopefully I can get another one. Well, I didn't got another one because the guy just died before that. I missed. I know I don't need Twinkling Titanite, but I can sell that. So I'm still picking those items. So I just completed the lower area of... Shut up, Gale! Just completed the lower area of the Cathedral of the Deep. Now to the middle area. Uh, Gale has very long lines, and you can't interact with stuff when he's talking. So it's quite annoying that he keeps repeating the same shit every time you go back there. And slapping him is faster than smashing A until you skip everything. Yes, but I don't really want to do that. I prefer to just slap him. When you go to the painting, he just disappears. So it's a permanent fix. Wait, this time I have a bow. That's so useful. Can I take care of those guys before getting there? I think I can get one. You don't fall down, really? That's so disappointing. The game is not rewarding me for being smart. Yeah, they just don't fall down. Okay, can I kill those guys from a distance? Well, the damage drop-off is quite terrible from so far. Oh, fuck. This could have been quite dangerous. Dude! How are you standing there? Right in my face, dude. Okay, now you just decided to have infinite poise. Alright, dude. That just makes sense, apparently. Oh, they take fall damage too. Ah, don't fall down. Okay, this is terrible. Well, this is basically what you have to do if you want to avoid the trap they have down there. Because then you kill them before they jump down on you. Well, here's the thing, Cutie. You have 400 hours. I have over 1200. That probably explains why I know more. I think I have more than 1200. I think at this point I'm way past 1200. Can you stop spamming? Alright. Ah, too early. The same attack again, really? Why is everyone so spammy today? Okay, I'm gonna stop trying to parry this guy. Oh, and I ran out of stamina. She decided to have infinite poise. And I got a bleed proc. That was terrible. Gale is not even here. Shut up, dude.
I beg of you, please stop.
Well, I finally died. Now let's try to not lose the 25,000 souls I had there. I'm gonna try my best. Somehow something died back there. Something big probably, because it gave me 600 souls. At this early in the game, not every enemy can drop so many souls. Alright, let's try not to die here. Yes, please. Yeah, get the repost. Are you dead? Okay. It would be quite terrible if I would to lose my 25,000 souls. That's gonna give me like a few levels at least. Oh, item. Can I get another headshots? Alright. Dude, what's a combo? Almost died because of that. I can't single that up. Unfortunately. Also, that last one, they died from fall damage. I left them with just enough HP to die from fall damage. Oh. Luckily, I didn't die from fall damage. The situation here is not going great. Yeah, but there's nothing poetic about me losing all of my souls. I have too much to lose. It's so annoying how she just decides to have infinite hyper armor whenever she wants. Just like that. Ah yes, and you can't parry that. So hard to get a backstab. So hard, dude. Okay, bleed proc. Yeah, just got lucky. That's so... Oh no! That's not cool. That's not cool. I wasn't prepared to deal with that. They were too close. Alright, just to test. Can I bleed this guy? I would say no. Yeah, looks like a no to me. Yeah, I definitely can't bleed that. Which is quite strange because that guy definitely drops, definitely has blood. Alright, now I should go to Firelink to level up some stuff and spend my souls. Because now it's been too risky. Oh, hello, series.
I bless. I bless. Well, very then hey. Farewell, ashen made of flame.
Ah. Great lack either. Ashen one.
It was.
Alright. Should I level up the bow or the shield? I guess the bow. Things that deal damage.
Pretty be careful.
Ah. Ashen one.
Well, very then hey. Farewell, ashen one made of.
Oh.
I'm gonna get some fire arrows. Wait, can I get another level? Now that I died. Or do I need 5? Yeah.
Be safe.
Probably need 5 dark sigils. No, 5 hollowing. Right now I have only 1, so it's time to go kill myself over and over again. At least now I don't have to worry about my souls. How the fuck did I survive? Oh yeah, I'm leveling up the dexterity. Dexterity decreases how much fall damage you take. Uh, that stopped my fall damage. I just want to die as fast as possible. I'm not gonna need those 24 souls. It's fine. Maybe one day I could do like a bow and arrow only in Dark Souls 1, 3, and Elder Ring. That could be interesting. But I don't think anyone is interested in watching that. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't do that. No one would watch that. I'm pretty sure. Alright, I have 5. I can get another level.
I then
Bear.
be safe.
The guy keeps calling me bear and then tells me to be safe. I'm not as safe, dude. Do I look like you can store money and documents inside of me? I'm not as safe. Yeah, imagine being that safe, dude. How cringe. The only thing you can do is store things inside of you. Are you implying that you like storing things inside of you? Is that what you mean? Okay, I can get another one. Well, surviving with 1 HP is already so much better than not surviving.
Be safe.
Especially considering that this is a fall that usually kills anyone else. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's a huge advantage. Especially in PvP. That's why I try to always have the cat ring on my PvP builds. It always gives me a really good advantage. Like, I could chase people when they are running away from me and jumping from places without me taking damage, because the host usually has more healing than you. I can also bait people to follow me. Also, that happens. I was running around the map as an invader, jumping from places with the cat ring, so I wasn't taking damage. And then the guy was going to follow me with low HP, and Obviously, it took fall damage and they died without me doing anything. Yes, exactly. As long as it's not say a 100% lethal jump, then you can survive. And you can survive some very high jumps, very high falls with the cat ring.
I then shall bear.
Also, if I have the cat ring
Then shall we begin, bear.
and my opponent doesn't have the cat ring, if I start to lose, I can just retreat, taking a path that deals a lot of fall damage. But my opponents won't be able to follow me because they will take a lot of fall damage, and maybe they wouldn't even survive. So I can retreat without worrying about people following me. So that gives me time to heal and gather myself and be prepared to go back later. So the cat ring is really useful.
Be safe.
Exactly. It's very useful. I don't know if you can survive the roof of the shrine drop, but I survived some very big drops in Anolondo using the cat ring. Well, all of those uses that I'm mentioning are from PvP, so if you're not doing PvP, then the cat ring isn't that useful.
Oh, I love another bag for another. Till we meet men.
If you're not doing PvP, then yeah, there's not a lot you can do with the cat ring. I forgot to equip my rings. Talking about that. Yeah, these days the game is so fucking dead that I bet you could just go around with an ember active and a dried finger and you would still not get invaded once. Almost 10 years old. Obviously the game is getting as dead as a dead thing can get. Shut up, Gale. Ah, yes, it's the other door. I don't need that item, so I'm just gonna ignore that. Alright, can I parry you? Well, I can't parry your shield, right? Yeah, I didn't even had a chance of parrying this guy. Invaded by Kirk Hammett. Please Son away. Thank you. Ah yes, I'm not gonna get invaded. Right, Kirk, can you please invade? Oh, you have poise. Dude, look at how pathetic the damage is. Really? Like that? With a fucking stagger like this? I'm pretty sure that has something to do with my armor. My stagger was so long. I don't think I'm supposed to stagger for so long. I should have gotten the shortcut before fighting Kirk. Oh fuck. That caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting. Well, at least now I have another chance of parrying the big guy. Use your weapon! Stop attacking with your shield! Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh, really? Just like that? Alright. I hate every enemy in From Software games that has a great shield. They keep using the fucking great shield to attack you, and there's no way you can deal with that. You can't parry a shield. You can't tank a shield because it staggers a lot. And they are also guarding when they are attacking with the shield, so even if you try to trade, you're not gonna deal damage, basically, because the shield is attacking you and protecting at the same time. And they can do that as often they want, because enemies, NPCs, bosses, they have infinite stamina. So they don't have to worry about spamming something. That's why they often do spam their attacks. Alright, time to go take revenge on Kirk. Just need to I just need to first prepare the area to have a safe fight without anything else bothering me. Let's see if I can start with a headshots. Why is Kirk not invading? Where's the trigger? Okay, it's probably around here. Amazing. I'm so glad that this game doesn't have pies, because I can just do that. Yeah, it has hyper armor sometimes, but mostly no pies. So you can stagger anyone, doesn't matter their armor or levels. You can just stun lock everyone. Oh fuck. Kirk still deals so much damage. Yeah, just spam R1. As far as I know, I'm pretty sure I can't bleed this guy. Another enemy immune to bleed. So this is gonna take a long while. At least I have quick step. Quick step helps a lot with traversing places like this. Yeah, quick step makes this very easy. But it still takes so long. Alright, I'm gonna stop after next boss. It's getting pretty late. I know you're getting sleepy. And I'm starting to get tired from this. Maybe tomorrow I can start the stream earlier. And then I can stream for longer. Because also I don't like streaming during the night. You're literally the only person that watches me at this time of the day. I need to stream during the day more often. So, fighting this guy is gonna take a long while. And it's gonna be extra annoying because of the slimes on the ground. They can be very problematic. Yeah, I don't have the iframes anymore. Now I actually need to dodge stuff. Okay, you guys are annoying. Please die. Oh, 4 with 1 hit? Yeah, and somehow I still get hits. Is there still a slime alive? Okay, I think that the last one is dead. Yeah, that went better than expected, but it was still not good. The slimes were still being a huge pain. Hopefully the guy with the big sword didn't saw me. Yeah, it didn't. That's great. Hello, Patches. Definitely not the... definitely not Sigurd. Like, you can literally check that. It's Patches. You can't see Patches here. Look at that. This is not Sigurd. You can actually see that. I don't like him. Yeah, I understand that. But this is gonna be the funniest line in the whole From Software franchise. Like, it's literally the best line ever.
Shame on you, you greedy guts.
Not this part.
Thought you could outwit an onion.
That's a good one, but not that also.
Well, say hello to the nice giant. He adores visitors.
And it's also not this one. It's the next one.
Where's the old giant? Have you no shame? Damn, damn.
Best line ever. Yeah, Patches is not actually trying to teach you a lesson about greed. It's mostly, he is greedy. He wants to take your stuff to sell. He is the greedy one. You know, bad people that does bad stuff, but they keep telling you that it's for a greater good or it's for teaching you a lesson. So
Well
yeah,
spoken. Very well then take.
he's still bad.
Farewell, Ashen Maid.
Ah, Ashen one.
Welcome. Very then take.
Not enough.
Farewell, Ashen Maid.
Ah, Ashen one.
Welcome. Very then take. Farewell, Ashen One Maid.
Oh, I have 2 large Titanite shards now.
Just what? Pretty like that.
Alright. Plus 4. 28 dexterity. And I'm still dealing 150 damage. This is not great. I think you can agree with me how this build isn't good. It's easy to make any build look good in the early game. When you're fighting high wall of Lothric enemies, undead settlements, it's easy to look good there. It's only performing better than expected because until now enemies can still bleed. Just wait until I fight someone that it's immune to bleed. Yeah, but they are optional. I don't have to fight them. So it's not gonna be a problem. Even if you ignore the fact that they are immune to bleed, they are also very resistant to slash damage. And keep in mind, my dagger deals slash damage. I only have thrust damage on the first hits of the two-handed move. Everything else is slash damage. Everything else is slash damage. I need to take care of the big guys first, because they can be quite annoying. Yeah, they are definitely inspired by each other. Gargoyles used to be very different in Dark Souls 1, but they changed a lot the look of gargoyles for Dark Souls 3, and they just kept the same vibe for Elden Ring. I'm eliminating the big guys so I can have an easier fight. Yeah, Dark Souls 1 gargoyles are the best. Oh, it's on a big one. Alright, I'm taking too much damage. Yeah, I also like these fights, but people usually don't like this one. Second phase is pretty cool, especially since you kind of have to deal good damage because that fight is on a timer. If you take too long during second phase, you just die. They use an attack that summons curse, so you just die. I'm gonna try to not take too long. Just need to deal with the fat guys first because they can be very annoying and dangerous. The tall one. Look, they're doing the dark attack. Okay, now I can kill you. I think I can bleed the main one, right? Yeah, I think that was a bleed proc. They're dead? Right. It's funny you use that after I kill a religious leader, basically. Quite fitting, I guess, or ironic, if you will. Because yeah, it's correct. It's in the past tense. Like, he praised. He's not praising anymore because he's dead.
Well, then take. Farewell, Ashen One.
Ashen.
Well,
Yeah, in case it wasn't obvious, this is another evil build. I'm a big fan of doing evil shit.
farewell, Ashen
It's pretty
One.
fun.
Ashen.
Well, then take.
What evil... Well, I'm gonna steal the first flame and bring an Age of Dark. And I'm killing people. That's evil enough already.
Farewell, Ashen Maid.
No, the good ending is the one that you puts out the flame with the Firekeeper. That's the actual good ending. Well, that's not gonna be the human era. That's gonna be the hollow era. What Londor wants, it's not the good for humankind. It's a monarchy where they are the ones holding the power. That's not true, Dark.
Oh, we start with the mother altar pen. Altar pen. Altar pen.
So, I guess I'm done for today. I had a 4-hour long stream, which is pretty normal. So I'm just gonna stop for today. I still need to make dinner. I'm really hungry. And it's gonna take a long while to make food. But I'm gonna try my best. Yeah, unfortunately it was annoying at the start. but then it stopped being a problem. I'm gonna try my best, cutie. Thank you so much for being here the whole night. And I'm gonna try my best to come back tomorrow as soon as possible. I need to stop streaming so late. It's a terrible time to stream. You don't have to thank me, don't worry. And rest well. You need to sleep, cutie.